Okay, I gotta be honest here. The floating castle? Love the idea. Although, a little bit on the smaller side if I'm being critical here. Because usually these things are supposed to be like war machines, you know? Weapons of mass destruction, the embodiment of the end, the centerpiece of your heretical crusade. Things like that. And I don't know if this is what you had to work with or if you chose this, but as much as I would love to say that you're owning the vibe, honestly, it's not really working out for you if you ask me. But other than that, the gothic architecture, the lighting, the ambiance, and just the overall general feel of it screams personality and demands respect at the same time. I absolutely love it. It's like really out there, very ballsy, and just indicative of the family legacy that we so desperately tried to leave behind. This whole thing you got going here is just lazy, unoriginal, and just too tacky, you know? Like, seriously, a skull on your throne? Like, what? A fountain of blood and souls. That's the best you could do. I mean, don't get me wrong, considering this is your first malevolent takeover, it's okay, but you're a little bit too by the book about all this, and if I'm being really honest here, everything is just screaming, I'm the child of the strongest, most ancient being of all the seven realms. It's just so pretentious and annoying. It's just too much, man. Like, seriously, you could have just stopped at the flying castle because everything else is just too excessive. I mean, look at the carpet. How did I get in? Oh, don't worry about that. I just happened to find the spare keys under the welcome mat. It's no big deal. And it seems that you've lost your sense of humor as well. That's a total shame. But in all honesty, I makes it easier and makes sense, I suppose. Oh, the guards. You mean Bune and Bareth? Yeah, they're on their way back home, I'm afraid. No, surprisingly, they actually decided to contest and fight, but to no surprise died and failed miserably. Yeah, just because they're part of the Ars Goetia doesn't mean they're strong. I mean, they're strong, but they're not warriors. They kind of are, but only as much as teenagers who wish to be soldiers, you know? Yeah, but this is me we're talking about. That might have been the case, but I feel as if you fail to realize that a fair amount of the 72 demons of the Ars Goetia consists mainly of scholars and specialists in both the ancient and forbidden arts. Maybe if you had asked Lori or Folklore to aid you instead, then it would have been a different story. Maybe. Just maybe. But perhaps that's an endeavor for the next life, as you're already taking too many years off of this one with this phase that you're going through right now. Nah, trust me. You're just at the point in your first few lives wherein you don't know what you should devote your purpose to. You're scared and you don't quite have a grasp on your identity and who you should strive to be. And that's totally fine. Humans take centuries just to find their proper life's purpose. And actually, I understand your perspective. Because what you're thinking right now, or doing, is exactly what I thought and did the first time when I went on a genocidal rampage against the human race. Like what? 12? 16? Or 30 lives ago. No, I don't mean years, because at this point it's just easier to count by lives, which you'll know what I mean once I end yours. Oh, God, you've grown arrogant as well. A shame, but it'll make it easier, I suppose. Don't ask questions you already know the answer to. I'm going to kill you. Oh, I will. And I'll make sure of it. But not before I try and talk you out of this first. But trust me when I say that if I wanted you dead, you already would have been killed by now. Yeah, is that what they told you? That's pretty rich. Yeah, no, that's not true. Well, technically, by very shallow standards, you kind of are, but mythically speaking, no, you're not immortal. You've just been blessed, or I guess the more appropriate term would be cursed, to have a body sturdier than the average humans is all. Not that much of a problem for me, in reality, just a very major inconvenience. But, okay, even if you were, I'd still be able to kill you through other means. A whole lot of different ways, you know what? You'd be surprised, actually, at how many god killers, immortal slayers, planet destroyers, and world enders, and eldritch horrors that there are in this universe that could kill you and your self-proclaimed immortality, no problem. Oh, so touched to hear that. How lovely of you to consider my feelings towards this situation we got here. But rest assured, I am fully prepared and have already detached myself from this version of you the moment you took that blood oath and deserted me and Sis. The only reason I haven't taken any action yet is because I kind of promised Sis that I at least try to convince you to not go through with this. So, with that being said, how about not going through with the genocide of the human race? Yeah, shut up. Shut up. No, it's not your destiny. That's just some story mother and father made up to make you do their dirty work. They'd care less about you if they could. Hell, I'd even wager that they don't even know where you came from. Yeah, they don't care about you, okay? And that's exactly why you need to stop. They're using you, clearly. Both of them. Mother and father have never cared for us, and they never used us. I mean, they've only ever used us as a means to their end. For goodness sake, they're demons, and you're not even fully related to them. You're like 75% human. The demon heritage they keep pitching to you is only a quarter of who you are. No, wait, that's not what I. Listen to me. You're human. You grew up human, and you lived with us as humans. Yeah. So what if I'm half human? Your point is, just because we have the power to ruin the world doesn't mean that we should. We taught you better than this. Sis taught you better than this. What would she think if she saw you right now? Huh? Listen, whatever you're doing, whatever you're after, isn't worth all this trouble. Stop this. Please. It isn't worth it. While you still have the chance, you can turn away. You can come back to me, Incess, and I promise we'll make it right again. Then, if not in this one, then the next. And if not in that one, then the one after. We have the time. But only if you choose to spend it with us before it's too late. You've already caught the attention of the Ministry of Angels. And you know what that means, right? The crimes you've committed are no longer within the jurisdiction of this world. Once they kill you, they'll subject your soul to 1,000 lives 100,000 lives, maybe, worth of death, maybe even more. It's not too late yet. Me and Sis have a history with the ministry. As I've said, we've been in your position and we've already paid for our crimes. And they've allowed us to intervene and to try and stop you before things escalate even further. But we can only do so much. So please, make the right decision here. Give up and repent. Then you might just get lucky and they might just cut your sentence down by a few millennia. I swear, on my cursed blood, same as yours. Even if it means that I'll have to share this sentence with you, please just give up on this. I don't want to have to hurt you. And I will, if I have to. We lost too many younger siblings to mother and father, and I'm not going to let you be another one that they throw away. Please. No, don't. Please don't let me do this.